What's going on, guys? It's Luke with DTR, and this is the DIY Lego hard drive. It is made from an internal hard drive of an old laptop. Now I know what you're thinking, could we have used an SSD too? Sure, but I don't have the kind of money or a decent enough laptop with those kind of specs. This Lego design is very haphazard, I know, but as you will see later, my Lego pieces were totally disheveled in a crazy disorganized box. So I would first recommend getting up like some sort of color coordinated scheme for each drive that you might want to build. Now before we get into the steps of making your very own Lego hard drive, I think it's useful to go over my current backup devices. My portable drive of choice is the Seagate 1TB drive, which runs for about $60. It has a sleek, thin design, making it great to take with you wherever you may need it. On a slightly different note, and that is meant to be an understatement, I have my drive that I like to call Biggie, the Seagate 3TB hard drive. It'll cost you about $98, and this model is specific for Macs. The issue with this device is that despite its decent cost for amount of space that you're getting, it is heavy, needs to be plugged into the wall at all times to be used, and is overall not good to use on the go. However, its metallic finish does go well with my overall setup, although please ignore my poor cable management skills. So back to the task at hand, we want a cheap, DIY, easy to make case in under 10 minutes. Starting with the computer. Now I use the Dell Inspiron 1525, which is about a 9-year-old computer. It's old, as you can tell. Now before you go ahead and open the back of it, unless you're knowledgeable on opening the back of computers and getting at the hardware, I recommend doing what I did and watching a video specific to your device to find the hard drive so you can remove the least amount of screws possible. So of course you're going to need a screwdriver, but that might be one of the only tools you actually need. Easy enough. Now that we've removed the hard drive, remember to read the label and handle it with care. I suggest using an anti-shock wrist strap to avoid frying your hard drive or even damaging it in any way. Now, since we're making a case for this hard drive, we still need a USB 3.0 to SATA cable to connect it to the drive. I suggest the cable from StarTech, which runs for about $12. There are other cables on the market for under $10, but I really like this cable and it has great reviews on Amazon. Plug in the cable and go ahead and make sure everything is working. And once you do get the cable plugged in, go ahead and plug it into your computer before you put it into the case. Go into the disk utility, for example if you have Mac, and reformat the drive so that it can be used with your MacBook. Reformatting will erase all corrupted data, which is what we want. Now remember that messy Lego box though I was talking about earlier? Well, here it is in all its glory. I don't know what that blue hair thing is, but going through the pieces, I ended up finding enough pieces to build on top of a green Lego piece that served as a base. Once you have a design that will fit your hard drive relatively snug, or snugly, it's time to put it into the case. Side note, if you plan on running this hard drive constantly or quite often, possibly invest in a small fan to cool it and prevent dust from building up. For mine, it's more of an intermittent usage kind of thing. Now, let me go ahead and crack open my MacBook Pro. This is the 2012 model. It's old, I know, but it works and gets the job done, and it's still my editing machine of choice. Simply plug in your USB 3.0 cable back into your computer once again, and if you have successfully reformatted your drive, you will see them pop up as drives that you can now access and put files into. As you can see, I have over 200 gigabytes of space on this drive, so it's solid, and I think this is a great DIY strategy to use on a budget. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys stay tuned for more. Peace, guys.